Good morning. It's day 2. Just got my coffee made. Starting to get dressed and get ready to pack away my tent. Had a little bit of condensation, but not too much, so that's a good thing. And man, was it a wild night. So we started going to sleep. There were some coyotes howling, and they just kind of got closer and closer. And I was like, okay, whatever, we're going to deal with that if it becomes a problem. But thankfully it didn't. And then around the middle of the night, I heard some wild sounds that I thought maybe were an owl to begin with, but then it multiplied, and I kind of wondered if maybe it was even a cat. I don't know. I tried to record it, but I don't think it came through very well. And I'll have to ask some of the locals if they have any idea what kind of creature makes those weird noises. But it's good morning. There's a woodpecker going to town on a tree already. We're going to get packed up and we are going to hit the trail. Blaze down. Looks like that is our good morning climb. When we get to the top, we will be at Sunny's View. Well, this is Sunny's View. Not a whole lot to see here this morning. All right, we are getting warmed up already from that little climb in spite of no view, so we're gonna shed a layer. It's pretty cool this morning to start, but we're already getting sweaty, which happens when you don't start cool, but I like to be warm when I get going and get warmed up and then take off my medley. Yeah, we were walking that direction. I thought we might be going off the cliff, but thankfully the trail goes this way. Looks like a slightly easier crossing right there. All right, that was pretty sketchy down there, so we bushwhacked a little bit to this tree, and we are gonna crawl under. All right, well, we did all that. We got our feet wet, and we thought the creek crossing looked pretty dicey for the Pinhoti, so we stopped and looked at the map, and it turns out we were off track a little bit. I just got back up to the trail, and I see a double blue blaze up there, so I think we must have missed a turn, and we're gonna take a mulligan and do this over again. All right, round 3. We did have to cross this little canyon, but we did it at the tree down there. So climbed over the tree the second 2 times, walked down the creek, and then we're able to get up the bank right over there. And now we're back on trail. It's really pretty. You think we're off? We just came out of the woods and finished the Terrapin Hill section of the trail. And this is Kim's camp. Cute little place, perfect for an overnight. And it's right beside a creek. What more could a hiker want? We're back on the road walk. This is the last leg of our journey today. We will be staying at the Pinhoti Outdoor Center again tonight. And then tomorrow we got a little bit more road walking before we get to go back in the woods. Oops. Okay. We are back at the hostel now. We have showered, I washed my hair, our laundry is in the washing machine, and I got my box. I was able to unpack it and set aside some things to ship back tomorrow morning. We're going to stop at the post office before we hit the trail, and I've got my regular gear with me, which is pretty darn cool, so I'm excited about that. I'm sorting through my food. I seem to have more than I need, but that's okay. We've got 3 days till our next stop. I don't really need a whole lot of food, but I've got some extra, which I always carry just in case. You never know what might happen. You might be out a day longer than you expect. You might run into somebody who's lost their food. So I always just carry like a day extra, so it should all be fine. Gunslingers just made a run to get us some Italian food we ordered from a local restaurant that we hear is really good. And we're going to have some lasagna for dinner, which sounds amazing. And then I'm going to be in bed early because I did not sleep well last night and I need to be pumped and ready for hiking tomorrow.